In the heart of Siberia, where winter's grip lasts for months and temperatures plunge far below freezing, life is a relentless test of endurance. Here, the land is sculpted by ice and wind, and only the most resilient creatures can call it home. Beneath the towering pines of the Siberian taiga, the lynx moves silently, its tufted paws spreading its weight across the snow. Every step is calculated, every movement a balance between hunger and caution. The Siberian tiger, a phantom in the white wilderness, stalks through the undergrowth, its breath steaming in the frigid air. Sables and hares, ever alert, dart between shadows, relying on speed and camouflage to evade the ever-present threat of predation. Adaptation is the key to survival. The Arctic fox and snow hare transform their coats with the seasons, vanishing into the landscape as snow falls or melts, while the ptarmigan's plumage shifts from brown to white, rendering it nearly invisible to sharp-eyed hunters. Others rely on raw power or cunning. The wolverine, fierce and tireless, roams vast distances in search of carrion, while the stoat's agility and sharp senses make it a formidable hunter, even in the depths of winter. For many, survival is a collective effort. Wolf packs coordinate with precision, their howls echoing across the frozen silence as they track prey. Reindeer and musk oxen form tight-knit herds, braving blizzards and sharing warmth, their unity a shield against the elements. Yet, even in this ancient kingdom, the rules of survival are shifting. Forests recede, permafrost thaws, and winters grow more unpredictable, forcing every creature to adapt faster than ever before. Food grows scarce, rivers freeze solid, and the hunt becomes ever more desperate. The balance between predator and prey teeters on a knife's edge, and only the most resourceful will see another spring. Each struggle, each triumph, is a testament to the unyielding spirit that defines Siberia's wild inhabitants. Their eyes reflect both hardship and hope, a silent promise to endure whatever the land demands. This is Siberia, untamed, unforgiving, and breathtakingly beautiful. A realm where survival is an art, and every heartbeat is hard-won. Witness the silent power of the Siberian tiger, the endurance of migrating caribou, and the agility of the lynx as they navigate this frozen world. Here, every encounter is a drama of survival. Predators and prey locked in an eternal dance, each shaping the fate of the other. These are the stories of Siberia's resilience, where life persists against all odds and the wild endures, undaunted and free. Siberia is a land of staggering extremes. Here, winter reigns for most of the year, blanketing the landscape in deep snow and plunging temperatures far below freezing. Survival in this vast wilderness demands not only strength, but also remarkable adaptation. The Siberian brown bear, one of the region's most iconic inhabitants, spends the fleeting autumn months in a relentless search for food. It devours salmon from icy rivers and forages for berries and roots, building vital fat reserves that will sustain it through the long, unforgiving hibernation ahead. Deep within its snow-packed den, the bear's accumulated fat becomes its only lifeline. As blizzards rage above, the bear enters a state of suspended animation, its heart rate dropping, relying entirely on its stored energy to survive until spring's thaw. Far smaller, but no less remarkable, the Siberian salamander endures the cold in a different way. As temperatures plummet, it freezes solid, its body protected by natural antifreeze proteins in its blood. Encased in ice, it can survive for years, waiting patiently for the warmth of spring to revive it. Larger herbivores like the red deer and wild boar face a daily struggle. They tirelessly dig through meters of snow, searching for hidden roots and tubers. Every calorie is precious, and only the most persistent can withstand the relentless scarcity of winter. Across this frozen expanse, each species has evolved its own ingenious strategy. Some grow thicker coats, others change colour for camouflage, and many alter their behaviour, becoming nocturnal or forming tight-knit groups to conserve warmth. Yet, beneath the silence of the forest, danger always lurks. Predators, perfectly camouflaged in the snow, stalk their prey with patience and precision, using every advantage the winter landscape provides. Blizzards sweep across the land, testing the limits of every creature. Animals must navigate deep drifts and biting winds, relying on keen senses and instinct to find shelter and scarce food. In this relentless environment, only the most resourceful and resilient survive. Each day is a test of endurance, ingenuity, and adaptation. The struggle for life in Siberia is both ancient and ongoing. A timeless contest played out against a backdrop of ice and snow, where only the truly adapted can thrive. In the vast, snow-laden forests of Siberia, a silent drama unfolds each day and night. Here, predators have evolved extraordinary adaptations to survive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Their existence is a testament to the relentless power of nature and the delicate balance of the ecosystem. The Amur tiger, the largest feline on the planet, is a master of stealth. Its thick, striped coat provides perfect camouflage among the birch and pine, while its massive, snowshoe-like paws distribute weight, allowing it to move almost soundlessly across deep drifts. With territories spanning hundreds of square kilometers, the tiger's solitary patrols are a constant search for elusive prey, such as deer and wild boar. The Amur leopard, one of the rarest big cats on Earth, thrives in the rugged mountainous terrain. Its powerful limbs and long tail provide balance and agility on icy cliffs. Unlike the tiger, the leopard avoids confrontation by hunting in solitude, often dragging its kill high into the trees to keep it safe from scavengers. Its spotted coat is a perfect disguise against the dappled snow and rock. Grey wolves, the ultimate team players, rely on complex social structures and coordinated tactics. Packs are tightly bonded, with each member playing a specific role during the hunt. Their endurance allows them to pursue prey for miles, often targeting the weak or isolated. Communication through howls and body language ensures flawless cooperation, making them formidable opponents even for large prey like elk and musk deer. For wolf pups, survival is a daily challenge. Their first winter is a relentless test of resilience, as they learn to navigate deep snow, endure biting winds, and master the skills needed for adulthood. Only the most adaptable and robust pups will see the arrival of spring. Above the forest floor, the great grey owl reigns as a silent hunter. Its facial disc acts as a satellite dish, channeling the faintest sounds of rodents tunneling beneath the snow. With pinpoint accuracy, the owl strikes through the snow crust, seizing prey invisible to the naked eye. Its wings are specially adapted for silent flight, ensuring its approach goes undetected. Each predator has carved out a unique niche. The lynx, with its tufted ears and keen eyesight, stalks silently through dense undergrowth, while the sable, a small but agile hunter, darts across the snow in pursuit of rodents and birds. Every species has developed specialized techniques to exploit the opportunities and overcome the challenges of the Siberian winter. Patience, discipline, and acute senses are the hallmarks of these hunters. Whether waiting motionless for hours or listening for the faintest sound, Siberia's predators are masters of timing and precision. In this frozen wilderness, every hunt is a high-stakes contest. Blizzards, sub-zero temperatures, and scarce prey mean that failure can be fatal. The eyes of predator and prey alike burn with the intensity of survival. Siberia's predators are the ultimate survivors, each one a living embodiment of adaptation, strength, and the relentless will to endure in the world's most unforgiving kingdom. In the Yukon and Arctic, survival is a relentless contest against the elements. Here, winter reigns for most of the year, temperatures plunge far below freezing, and the sun can vanish for months at a time. Every creature must adapt to the extremes of cold, wind, and scarcity. Caribou herds embark on epic migrations, travelling thousands of kilometres across snow-laden plains. Their hollow fur traps air for insulation, while their broad splayed hooves act as snowshoes, allowing them to traverse deep drifts and icy rivers in search of food. Arctic foxes, masters of camouflage, don pristine white coats that render them nearly invisible against the snow. They rely on acute hearing to detect lemmings tunneling beneath the surface, pouncing with precision. When prey is scarce, they scavenge leftovers from polar bear kills, making use of every available resource. Grey wolves, highly social and strategic, shadow the migrating caribou. Working as a coordinated pack, they test the herd, seeking out the weak or injured. Their endurance and teamwork are essential for bringing down prey in such a vast, unforgiving landscape. Wolverines, solitary and fiercely resilient, roam enormous territories. With powerful jaws and immense stamina, they scavenge carcasses left by larger predators and dig through snow and ice to uncover hidden food. Their survival depends on relentless movement and adaptability. But the Arctic is in flux. Red foxes, once confined to southern forests, now venture north, competing with native species. Polar bears, forced ashore by shrinking sea ice, spend more time on land, searching for alternative food sources as their traditional hunting grounds disappear. The melting of ancient ice flows and the retreat of glaciers are reshaping the landscape. These changes threaten the delicate balance that has sustained Arctic wildlife for millennia. Animals must now navigate unstable ice and unpredictable weather. Some adapt by altering migration routes or shifting diets, but not all can keep pace with the rapid transformation. The fate of the Arctic's wildlife hangs in the balance, as ancient survival strategies are tested by new and formidable challenges. Their struggle is both a testament to resilience and a stark warning. The future of this untamed kingdom depends on the ability of its inhabitants to adapt, or risk being lost to the changing world. Deep within the emerald heart of the Amazon, life surges upward and outward in a breathtaking display, a vertical kingdom where every inch is claimed by a living being. From the highest canopy to the shadowed forest floor, a tapestry of existence unfolds, each thread woven with purpose and precision. Here, survival is a relentless contest. Plants stretch and twist, racing skyward in pursuit of sunlight, while below, a dense undergrowth battles for every stray beam that filters through the leafy ceiling. On the forest floor, armies of leafcutter ants march in tireless procession. Each fragment of leaf they carry is destined for their subterranean gardens, where they cultivate delicate fungus, a partnership that has shaped the very soil of the rainforest for millennia. Beneath the surface of winding rivers, electric eels unleash invisible currents, stunning unsuspecting prey with bursts of raw energy. Nearby, giant otters glide through the water, their coordinated hunts a testament to the power of family and cooperation. Above, lianas spiral and entwine around ancient trunks, their tendrils climbing ever higher. Some vines become ruthless competitors, slowly tightening their grip until their hosts are choked of life, all in the unending quest for sunlight. Every creature here is both hunter and hunted. Jaguars stalk silently through the undergrowth, while capuchin monkeys leap from branch to branch, ever alert to the dangers that lurk in the shadows. The Amazon's complexity is unrivaled, a living network where each species, from the tiniest insect to the towering ceiba tree, plays a vital role in the balance of life. In every moment, dramas of survival unfold. A sloth clings to a branch as a harpy eagle circles above. A poison dart frog guards its eggs from prowling predators, and orchids bloom in the filtered light, their colours a silent call to pollinators. This is nature's symphony, an endless, intricate performance where every note matters, every life is connected, and the music of survival never ceases. In the shadowy depths of the Amazon rainforest, the jaguar reigns as the supreme predator. With a muscular frame and rosette-patterned coat, it glides silently through tangled undergrowth, its senses finely tuned to the faintest movement or scent. The jaguar's bite is legendary. Uniquely powerful among big cats, it can pierce the armoured shells of turtles and the thick skulls of caimans. This allows it to target prey that few other predators dare to challenge, making it a master of adaptation. Agile and versatile, jaguars are skilled swimmers, often crossing rivers in pursuit of prey. They climb trees with ease, ambushing unsuspecting animals from above, and can sprint through dense foliage to chase down over 85 different species, from capybaras to peccaries. Sharing these waterways is the green anaconda, the world's heaviest snake. Nearly invisible beneath the surface, it waits in silence, striking with explosive speed. Once it seizes its victim, the anaconda coils its muscular body, suffocating prey with relentless force. High above, the harpy eagle dominates the canopy. With wings built for manoeuvring through dense branches and talons as large as a grizzly bear's claws, it plucks monkeys and sloths from the treetops in swift, silent attacks. Each of these predators has evolved specialized hunting strategies, stealth, strength, and speed, perfectly suited to the rainforest's labyrinth of shadows and life. Together they form a delicate web of predation, shaping the rainforest's intricate balance. Their presence controls prey populations, ensuring the health and diversity of this vibrant ecosystem. Yet even these apex hunters are bound to the fate of their forest. As the rainforest changes, so too does the future of its most formidable predators. Across the vast African savanna, life unfolds in a relentless contest of survival, where every creature is both participant and spectator in nature's grandest arena. Here, the golden grasslands stretch endlessly, providing both sanctuary and battleground for a dazzling array of species. Herds of buffalo gather in formidable numbers, their unity forming a living fortress against prowling predators. Elephants, ever vigilant, move in close-knit families, their matriarchs guiding the young through hidden dangers. Migratory herds of zebra and wildebeest sweep across the plains, their synchronized movements a spectacle of instinct and cooperation. Predators employ a range of tactics honed by evolution. Lionesses, masters of teamwork, coordinate their attacks to bring down prey many times their size. Cheetahs rely on explosive speed and precision, while leopards use stealth and strength, hoisting their kills into trees to avoid competition. Spotted hyenas, often misunderstood, are formidable hunters in their own right, operating in powerful clans that challenge even the lions. Jackals linger at the periphery, ever watchful for a chance to snatch a meal, while vultures soar above, their keen eyesight attuned to the drama below. African wild dogs, the savannah's most efficient hunters, rely on intricate communication and unwavering cooperation. Their hunts are orchestrated with precision, and their social bonds extend beyond the chase as they care for the young and injured within the pack. Each hunt is a crucible of endurance and ingenuity, where the outcome is never certain. Prey species, too, are shaped by this pressure. Alert, agile, and ever adaptive, they employ speed, camouflage, and collective vigilance to survive. The savanna is a stage for constant tension, where predators and prey engage in a silent dialogue of movement and intent. Wildebeest and impalas cluster together, their safety in numbers, while giraffes scan the horizon, their vigilance a warning to all. Unity and strategy are the currency of survival. Even unlikely alliances form, as ostriches and antelope share the burden of watchfulness, and birds ride atop buffalo, feeding on parasites while alerting their hosts to danger. The great arena of life is in perpetual motion, shaped by the rhythms of rain and drought, by competition and adaptation. Every creature, from the smallest insect to the mightiest predator, is bound to this cycle, forever adapting, forever striving in the untamed kingdom of the savanna. Across every wild kingdom, humanity's shadow grows, often unseen, but always present. Forests shrink as trees fall to make way for agriculture and industry. Ice melts, not just from the changing seasons, but from a warming world. Once thriving habitats stand empty, their silence echoing the loss of countless creatures. Rainforests are cleared at an unprecedented pace, their ancient canopies vanishing in mere decades. Arctic ice sheets recede, exposing land and sea to new extremes. Savannas, once lush and teeming with life, now crack and dry under relentless drought. Animals find themselves at the edge of survival, forced to navigate landscapes transformed beyond recognition. Many hesitate at the border of altered terrain, uncertain and vulnerable. The relentless pursuit of ivory, horns and skins leaves herds fractured and populations dwindling. Each loss is a blow to the delicate balance of these ecosystems. As species vanish, the intricate web of life unravels. Biodiversity declines, weakening the resilience of entire ecosystems and threatening the survival of those that remain. Endangered species like the elusive Amur leopard and the black rhino move anxiously through shrinking habitats. Their numbers dwindle, their future uncertain as they struggle to adapt to a world changing faster than evolution allows. The fate of these wild kingdoms hangs in the balance. On one side, vibrant life, on the other, silence and emptiness. The crossroads is here, and the choices we make now will decide which path the wild will follow. As dawn breaks over the endless Siberian wilds, a golden light spills across ancient forests and silent valleys. Here, in the heart of nature's last strongholds, hope is not just a word. It is a living force, woven into every blade of grass and every breath of wind. Across these vast expanses, the land itself becomes a sanctuary. Herds once driven to the brink now return, their hoofbeats echoing a quiet resilience. The wilderness, left undisturbed, begins to heal. Rivers run clearer, meadows bloom brighter, and the ancient balance is slowly restored. Carefully protected corridors stretch like lifelines across the landscape, connecting fragmented habitats. Through these wild highways, elk, wolves and bears reclaim their ancestral roots, forging new generations and strengthening the web of life. In these thriving sanctuaries, young cubs and calves take their first steps beneath the watchful gaze of their mothers. The air is alive with the calls of birds and the rustle of hidden creatures, each one a testament to the power of undisturbed wilderness. Across continents, the resurgence of black rhinos and elephants stands as a beacon of what is possible. Once shadows on the edge of extinction, they now roam freely, their presence a living symbol of nature's ability to recover when given the chance. In forests dense with life, every creature, great and small, plays a vital role. From the tiniest insect to the mightiest predator, each is a thread in the intricate tapestry of survival, ensuring the wild remains vibrant for generations yet to come. The future of tigers, foxes, jaguars and lions rests not in fate, but in the enduring strength of the wild itself. Their silent perseverance, their mastery of survival, inspires a vision of a world where wilderness endures, untamed and free. As the sun rises once more over these untamed kingdoms, the story of survival continues. In every corner of the wild, hope endures, carried on the wind, written in the tracks of returning herds, and shining in the eyes of a new generation. The future of the wild is unwritten, and its promise belongs to all who cherish its beauty. In the relentless expanse of Siberia, survival is reserved for the most adaptable. Here, every creature becomes a master of change, shaped by the bitter cold, scarce food, and shifting seasons. The Siberian musk deer, elusive and silent, navigates the labyrinth of snow-laden forests with oversized hooves, splaying its steps to float above the drifts. Hidden beneath a cloak of frost-tipped fur, it browses on lichen and bark, making the most of every precious calorie. Above the tree line, the mighty Siberian tiger stalks its prey with unrivaled patience. Its striped pelt is not just camouflage, it is insulation, a living shield against temperatures that plunge far below freezing. Each movement is measured, energy conserved for the long hunt, as the tiger's keen senses pierce the silence, detecting the faintest rustle of distant game. High in the canopy, sable martens leap from branch to branch, their thick, lustrous fur a barrier against the biting wind. Agile and cunning, they cache food in tree hollows, stockpiling for the leanest months. Beneath the snow, the Siberian chipmunk tunnels tirelessly, creating insulated chambers lined with leaves and moss, where it slumbers through the harshest days, sustained by hidden stores of seeds. As winter deepens, the Siberian owl glides silently across the moonlit taiga. Its facial discs funnel the faintest sounds of movement below, allowing it to pinpoint prey concealed beneath layers of snow. With a sudden plunge, it breaks through the icy crust, claiming its meal in the darkness. Even the rivers hold secrets of survival. The Amur sturgeon, armoured and ancient, endures in icy depths, slowing its metabolism to a near standstill until the thaw returns. Each adaptation, honed over millennia, is a testament to the ingenuity of life in the world's harshest wilderness. Here, in the unforgiving Siberian wilds, every heartbeat, every breath is a triumph of resilience. From the smallest rodent to the apex predator, each inhabitant is a living example of nature's remarkable ability to adapt, endure, and thrive. As the grip of winter loosens, Siberia awakens to a symphony of transformation. The snow begins to recede, revealing the first hints of green, delicate shoots piercing the thawing ground. Rivers, once locked in silent ice, surge with meltwater, carving new paths through the landscape. In the forests, larch and birch trees unfurl their leaves, painting the taiga in vibrant hues of emerald and gold. Spring's arrival is a signal for migration and renewal. Herds of reindeer, gaunt from the lean months, traverse hundreds of miles in search of fresh grazing grounds. Overhead, flocks of cranes and geese return from warmer climes, their calls echoing across the vast skies. In hidden burrows, Siberian marmots emerge, blinking in the pale sunlight, ready to feast on the bounty of new growth. As summer peaks, the land pulses with life. Insect swarms dance above blooming meadows, drawing out elusive amphibians and birds. The Amur leopard prowls the undergrowth, its spotted coat blending with the dappled light. Streams teem with spawning fish, their journey upstream a spectacle of determination and instinct. But the abundance is fleeting. By autumn, the air sharpens and the days grow short. Trees shed their leaves in a cascade of amber and crimson, carpeting the forest floor. Squirrels and sables busily gather food, burying caches to sustain them through the coming freeze. Bears gorge on berries and salmon, building reserves for a long winter's sleep. With the return of winter, silence descends once more. The landscape hardens beneath a new mantle of snow, and life retreats into hidden sanctuaries. Yet beneath the icy stillness, the pulse of survival endures, each species finely tuned to the rhythms of change. In Siberia, every season is both a challenge and a promise, shaping a world where only the most attuned can thrive. Beneath the sweeping Siberian skies, an intricate web of life connects every creature, from the mightiest predator to the smallest insect. At the foundation, mosses, lichens and grasses harness the brief summer sunlight, transforming energy into sustenance for herbivores. Reindeer graze on tundra lichens, while hares nibble on tender shoots, each a crucial link in the chain. Predators, ever watchful, depend on these grazers. The Siberian tiger, silent and patient, patrols the forests, its survival intertwined with the ebb and flow of deer and wild boar populations. Wolves hunt in coordinated packs, their success driven by teamwork and the abundance of prey. In the wetlands, waterfowl feed on aquatic plants and insects, while raptors circle above, ready to strike. Smaller predators, like the sable and ermine, stalk rodents and birds, their agility matched only by their cunning. Scavengers, too, play a vital role. Ravens and foxes follow in the footsteps of larger hunters, cleaning the land of what remains. Decomposers, fungi and beetles, break down fallen trees and animal remains, returning nutrients to the earth and fueling the cycle anew. Competition and cooperation shape these relationships. Lynx and wolves vie for similar prey, while migratory birds rely on the same insect hatches that feed fish and amphibians. Mutual benefit is found in unexpected places. Fungi form symbiotic bonds with the roots of birch trees, enhancing growth and resilience in harsh soils. This delicate balance ensures that energy never lingers in one place for long. Each life is both predator and prey, participant and provider, woven into the fabric of Siberia's wild tapestry. In this land of extremes, survival depends not just on strength or speed, but on the invisible threads that bind all living things together. Amidst the vast untamed wilderness of Siberia, winding rivers and shimmering lakes carve lifelines across the landscape. These waterways are more than geographical features. They are the arteries that nurture the pulse of life itself. As spring thaws the frozen earth, torrents of meltwater surge through ancient riverbeds, awakening the land from its icy slumber. The Lena, Yenisei, and Obi, giants among rivers, carry nutrients and warmth across thousands of kilometers, breathing vitality into the heart of Siberia. Along these dynamic banks, lush grasses and willows flourish, offering sanctuary for countless creatures. In the gentle eddies, schools of grayling and taimen, legendary Siberian fish, dart through crystalline waters, their silver scales glinting in the sun. Here, otters glide with graceful ease, expertly navigating between submerged roots in pursuit of prey. The rivers are lifelines for migratory birds. Each year, flocks of swans, geese and ducks descend upon the lakes and floodplains. Their arrival transforms the silence into a chorus of honks and whistles as they feed on abundant aquatic plants and invertebrates, fattening up for journeys yet to come. Beneath the surface, an unseen world thrives. Amphibians lay delicate strings of eggs in the shallows, while dragonfly larvae prowl the murky depths, hunting with surprising ferocity. Even the elusive musk deer, shy and solitary, emerges at dusk to drink from the cool, clear streams. Predators, too, are drawn to the water's edge. The Siberian tiger crouches in the reeds, waiting for an unwary prey animal to approach. Wolves and lynx patrol the margins, tracking the scent trails left by smaller mammals that come to quench their thirst. In the height of summer, the lakes become oases, their surfaces dappled with lily pads and fringed by wildflowers. In winter they freeze into silent, glimmering expanses, concealing life beneath a thick armour of ice. Beneath this frozen shield, fish move sluggishly, surviving on stored reserves until the sun's return. The rivers and lakes are not merely habitats, they are connectors, bridging forests, tundra and mountains. Nutrients carried downstream feed entire ecosystems, while seasonal floods sculpt new habitats, creating wetlands teeming with diversity. In this world of extremes, the waterways of Siberia are constant, sometimes gentle, sometimes fierce, always essential. They are the lifeblood that sustains the wild, weaving together the destinies of every creature that calls this land home. Across the endless expanse of Siberia, the weather is not just a backdrop. It is a relentless force, shaping the very existence of every creature. Here, survival is a daily contest with the elements, as animals confront some of the harshest conditions on Earth. Winter arrives with a silent fury, plunging temperatures to -40 degrees Celsius and cloaking the land in impenetrable snow. For the Siberian musk deer, thick, oily fur and a compact body become essential armour against the biting cold. The snow leopard's pale coat provides both camouflage and insulation, but even this elusive predator must ration its energy, moving strategically between rocky outcrops and dense thickets to conserve precious calories. Small mammals like the Siberian lemming burrow deep beneath the snowpack, where a hidden world of tunnels insulates them from the worst of the freeze. Here they feed on roots and stored seeds, rarely surfacing until the worst of the blizzards pass. Above ground, the Siberian jay fluffs its feathers and seeks shelter in dense spruce forests. waiting out storms in the relative warmth of thick branches. For the mighty brown bear, the answer to winter's challenge lies in hibernation. As the first snows fall, it retreats to a den, slowing its heartbeat and metabolism to survive months without food. Meanwhile, the Amur tiger must remain active, stalking prey through deep drifts and across frozen rivers, its broad paws acting like snowshoes in the powdery white. Spring brings its own set of trials. Sudden thaws and flooding rivers can sweep away nests and burrows, forcing animals to relocate or rebuild. The Eurasian otter, at home in both water and on land, navigates these swollen waterways with agility, but even it must be wary of shifting ice and unpredictable currents. Summer is brief and intense. Temperatures can soar, and swarms of biting insects descend in clouds. Reindeer seek relief in windswept highlands, where cooler air offers refuge from the relentless assault. Wolves and lynx become more active at dawn and dusk, avoiding the midday heat. Autumn signals another transformation. Food becomes scarce, and animals race to build up fat reserves or cache supplies for the coming cold. Migratory birds gather in restless flocks, sensing the subtle change in daylight, preparing for epic journeys south. Through each season, adaptation is key. Whether by growing dense winter coats, altering migration patterns, or changing diets, Siberia's animals are locked in a perpetual struggle with the extremes. Their resilience is a testament to the power of nature, and to the indomitable will to survive in a land where the weather is the ultimate test. As the Siberian sun dips below the horizon, the landscape transforms into a world ruled by shadows. The biting wind quiets, and a hush settles over the snowbound forests and frozen tundra. But beneath this silence, a different kind of drama unfolds, a secret world where the night belongs to the hunters. Under the silvery glow of the moon, the elusive Amur tiger emerges from its secluded lair. Its amber eyes, adapted for low light, scan the darkened forest for the faintest movement. Each step is measured, its massive paws muffled by a thick carpet of snow. The tiger's striped coat blends seamlessly with the dappled moonlight and dark trunks, giving it the advantage of invisibility as it stalks wary prey. Red deer and wild boar that venture too far from the safety of the thickets. Not far away, the Siberian lynx prowls with silent grace. Its tufted ears swivel to catch the slightest rustle, while its keen night vision pierces the inky blackness. The lynx relies on patience, waiting motionless for the perfect moment to pounce on an unsuspecting hare or grouse, its powerful legs launching it in a blur of motion. High above, the Eurasian eagle owl glides through the night sky, its broad wings whispering against the cold air. With exceptional hearing and razor-sharp talons, it swoops down to snatch small mammals scurrying across the snow. Each catch is swift and silent, a testament to the owl's mastery of nocturnal hunting. Even the smaller predators are emboldened by darkness. The sable, a lithe and agile hunter, navigates the labyrinth of branches and undergrowth, searching for rodents and birds roosting for the night. Its dark fur blends into the shadows, and its quick reflexes make it a formidable foe in the quiet hours. As the night deepens and temperatures plummet, these predators rely on their acute senses and finely tuned instincts. The darkness is not a barrier, but a cloak, one that offers both protection and opportunity. Each movement is calculated, every sound analysed, as the hunters of Siberia's night carry out their ancient dance of survival. In these hours, unseen by human eyes, the nocturnal predators of Siberia remind us that life here does not rest when the sun sets. Instead, the wild heart of the land beats on, thriving in the mysterious and mesmerizing world after dark. In the vast expanse of the Siberian wilderness, change is stirring, slowly but with relentless certainty. Winters, once fierce and unyielding, now arrive later and depart sooner, their icy grip weakened by rising global temperatures. The snowpack, which once blanketed the land for months on end, grows thinner each year, exposing fragile soil and altering the delicate balance that countless species depend upon. Permafrost, the ancient frozen ground beneath the taiga and tundra, begins to thaw. Its icy veins, locked in place for millennia, release trapped moisture and gases into the air. As the ground softens, forests lose their footing, trees tilt and topple, creating ghostly landscapes of fallen giants. In the low-lying valleys, new wetlands form, disrupting established travel routes for reindeer herds and scattering the patterns of migration that have guided them for generations. For the Amur taiga, the shrinking snow cover makes it harder to stalk prey undetected. The lynx, once a master of stealth in the deep drifts, finds its hunting grounds transformed, its camouflage less effective. Small mammals, like the Siberian lemming, struggle as their burrows collapse and food sources shift. Each species, finely tuned to the rhythms of ice and cold, now faces a new and unpredictable tempo. Rivers and lakes, lifelines of the wild, feel the strain as well. Earlier thaws trigger floods that reshape the land, while longer summers lead to periods of drought, shrinking habitats for fish and amphibians. Aquatic birds arrive to breed, only to find nesting grounds altered or submerged, their cycles misaligned with the changing seasons. Even the invisible world beneath the surface is not spared. As permafrost melts, ancient microbes awaken, subtly shifting the composition of the soil and the web of life it sustains. The balance, once maintained by centuries of cold, begins to tip, sometimes gradually, sometimes in sudden dramatic ways. Yet, amid these changes, the wilderness adapts. New plant species creep northward, mosses and shrubs colonize thawing ground, and some animals adjust their ranges or behaviors in response to the evolving climate. But for many, the pace of change is swift and unforgiving, forcing them to navigate a landscape where the old rules no longer apply. In Siberia, climate change is not a distant threat. It is an ever-present force reshaping the wild in ways both subtle and profound. The fate of these ancient forests, rivers and creatures now hangs in the balance, as the Siberian wilderness stands at the threshold of an uncertain future. Across the endless sweep of the Siberian wilderness, movement is a language written in tracks upon snow and ripples upon water. For countless species, survival depends on the ancient ritual of migration, a journey dictated by the shifting seasons, the promise of food, and the instinctual pull of home. Under the pale spring sun, vast herds of reindeer surge northward. Their hooves drum a steady rhythm against the thawing tundra, each animal guided by memory and scent. Generations have followed these invisible highways, traversing hundreds of miles from sheltered southern forests to the open grazing lands of the Arctic Circle. Along the way, calves wobble on new legs, learning the rhythm of migration from the herd around them. Above, in the boundless Siberian sky, flocks of whooper swans and bean geese trace shimmering arcs between continents. Their wings beat a tireless cadence as they navigate rivers and mountain ranges, guided by the stars and the Earth's magnetic embrace. Each stopover, marsh, lake or flooded meadow, offers a brief sanctuary, a chance to rest and refuel before the journey resumes. Beneath the forest canopy, sable and ermine slip silently through the undergrowth, following the ebb and flow of prey populations. Their movements are subtle, a dance of predator and opportunity as they range far from their dens in search of voles and hares. Even the elusive Siberian musk deer, with its delicate frame and fang-like tusks, follows the shifting mosaic of lichens and mosses as seasons turn. In the rivers, the migration is just as dramatic. Siberian taimen, the ancient river wolves, push upstream against powerful currents, drawn by an imperative older than memory. Their journey to spawning grounds is fraught with peril, swift water, hungry pike, and ever-changing channels. But the reward is the continuation of their lineage in the cold, clear headwaters. Each migration is a tapestry woven from instinct, resilience, and the ever-changing Siberian landscape. Some journeys span continents, others just a few miles, but all are vital threads in the web of life. As the seasons shift and the world transforms, the great migrations endure, a testament to the enduring spirit of Siberia's wild inhabitants and to the intricate connections that bind them to this land. Beneath the towering larch and birch trees, an entire world thrives, largely unseen by the eye. In the dim, moist undergrowth of Siberia's forests, life unfolds on a miniature scale, a bustling microcosm that is as vital to the ecosystem as the grandest migrations above. Here, the soil teems with activity. Armies of springtails and tiny beetles scuttle through leaf litter, breaking down fallen branches and decaying foliage. Their tireless work transforms the forest detritus into rich, fertile earth, nourishing the roots of ancient trees and new saplings alike. Mosses blanket rotting logs like emerald velvet, creating a humid refuge for a myriad of inhabitants. Mites, no larger than a grain of sand, navigate this tangled jungle in search of fungi and organic matter. Slender centipedes weave between water droplets, hunting for unsuspecting nematodes and larvae. Under a magnifying lens, the drama intensifies. Ant colonies tunnel intricate networks beneath the surface, their workers tending to eggs and larvae, while scouts venture into the dark to harvest seeds and prey. Nearby, a wolf spider lurks in a silken burrow, poised to ambush any creature that stirs the moss above. Even the fungi play a pivotal role. Delicate mycelial threads stretch beneath the soil, connecting trees in a silent network. These fungal highways transport nutrients and water, allowing the forest to communicate and adapt in ways only now being understood. In ponds shaded by overhanging branches, water bears, tardigrades, traverse droplets of dew. These nearly indestructible microanimals endure the bitter Siberian winters by suspending themselves in a state of cryptobiosis, waiting for warmth and moisture to return. Each layer of the forest, from the canopy to the soil, is alive with these hidden actors. Their daily struggles and triumphs shape the health of the entire ecosystem. Though invisible to most, the micro-worlds of Siberia's forests are a foundation upon which all other life depends, a silent, ceaseless ballet in the shadows sustaining the wild heart of Siberia. As dawn breaks over the sprawling taiga, the future of Siberia's wild heart unfolds, uncertain yet shimmering with possibility. Across endless forests, tundra and wetlands, the ancient rhythms of nature continue, but subtle changes are already at play. In the shadows of towering pines, the Siberian taiga pauses, nose to the wind, sensing shifts imperceptible to the eye. The calls of migratory birds echo differently, their routes subtly altered by warming seasons and shifting weather patterns. Yet, even as the world changes, the wilderness adapts. Deep within the forests, herds of reindeer adjust their migrations, seeking new grazing grounds as the permafrost thaws and the land transforms. Musk deer and sable, once confined to familiar ranges, now explore fresh territories following the slow retreat of ice and the spread of new vegetation. Beneath the surface, the rivers of Siberia, lifelines for countless species, begin to flow with new vigour as restoration projects quietly reshape their banks. Beavers, nature's engineers, return to once-lost streams, their dams creating wetlands that foster biodiversity and buffer the land against drought and flood. In the high canopies, rare songbirds find new nesting sites among young groves planted to restore logged areas. These green corridors, woven with native shrubs and trees, reconnect fragmented habitats, allowing lynx and foxes to roam freely once more. The web of life, though stretched, is not broken. Elsewhere, the ancient forests stand sentinel as climate-resilient sanctuaries, refugees for creatures whose habitats are vanishing elsewhere. Here, the Amur leopard stalks the undergrowth, its golden coat dappled by sunlight filtering through new leaves. Owls glide silently across the twilight, hunting in landscapes that, thanks to careful stewardship, remain wild and undisturbed. Far beneath the snow, seeds of hope are sown. Rare plants, preserved in hidden seed banks, await the right moment to burst forth, restoring meadows and grasslands to their former glory. Insects, small but vital, recolonize these spaces, their buzzing wings a quiet testament to nature's resilience. The future of Siberia's wilderness is not written in stone. It is a living story, one of adaptation, renewal, and silent cooperation among countless species. As the climate shifts and challenges mount, the wild inhabitants of Siberia respond with instinct, ingenuity, and perseverance. Their struggle is not only for survival, but for the enduring vitality of one of the planet's last great wildernesses. In the hush of the forest, hope takes root, delicate, persistent, and alive. The story of Siberia is far from over, and its next chapter is being written day by day by the wild creatures who call it home.